Alright, I wasn't gonna do an update this quickly, but there's some funny things. So, I'm gonna show you all the stuff that I made. One is gonna be at the end. That's gonna be the title, the main theme, and the title theme. That I'll show you at the end of it. So it takes kind of it's a longer song, so you don't have to sit here and just stare if you don't want to. It's not finished. I'll get into that when I get into that. But first, show you all the things that I have learned. This is easier than using Unity and stuff like that. In some ways, not so much in some ways. So, first of all, as you could probably tell, I've kind of changed the map a little bit, and I'll probably keep changing it as I find like a style that I like. I don't know. I'll think this is brand new. This is pre-alpha basically. Anyways, so let's start. Yeah, we'll get into that. Why is it in like I feel like this is not, hold on. Okay. First things first. There is a little video that plays in the very beginning, which I will clean up as time goes on. Remember, I'm only 3 days into this. So when you start up there is the character screen. I have not drawn out her portrait yet. This is you as a player, as a kid. You will not always be as a kid, but this little area is going to be a reoccurring thing. There's just some things that are going to be reoccurring. But, so now when you load in, before you do anything, you have the screens. I love the beach. I should probably go home soon though, in a minute. And then you click, and then you have you can move around. So firstly, full access or axis, so I can move all the directions, which is kind of nice. I mean, there's some weird stuff going on here every now and then, but either way, pretty nice. And if okay, it's a little jank. I think that's my little bit of a bug there. Let's not worry about that. Ugh. Wonder why it's doing that. I'll have to figure that out. Anywho, so real quick, it's kind of hard to see because it's all blurry. It's blurry, but I did, well, firstly, I added shadow. So there is through a plugin, there's character shadow, which is kind of nice. And then also I started adding some details, some like shadow details and stuff to the character, which when I move, because it's not drawn, it's not copy and pasted, the shadow actually changes, which is really nice for like giving like an organic feel. So that's something that's just a little thing. I think I'm considering leaving it just having the top detail, like the hair and the bow, be like more detailed, and then the rest just be what it is. I think it looks cool. So we'll see. I wonder, that's a kind of an annoying little bug. Anyhow, so there's that. And then hopefully I'm still in the right place. I will have, like, over here where the mouse is, I will have some stuff to make you go to the places where there's events, where actions take place. But for now, I just haven't drawn that out yet. But you go down. I'll show you what I'm talking about. And then there you go. My brother always tells me to be careful near the water. What does he know? Maybe I'll just dip my toes in a little bit. And then, well, you could keep going forward. And then, oh, what's this? It says, you don't know how to swim. Oops. And it brings you to the title menu. I'm sorry, that's funny. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this game. Here's the music. Hold on. So I'm not done yet with the main theme. And what I am doing is I'm using a program called Soundtrap. It's free to use. It's browser based, and it's always been really good for me. They started paywalling more things, which is really unfortunate because they also made it cost a lot more money. Essentially, it's like $18 a month. You can't just. It would be nice if I could just buy certain like sounds and tracks and features individually instead of paying like a monthly fee, but it is what it is. So what I'm doing is I'm using a mix of, because you could use your keyboard, your what you type with, that kind of keyboard. You could use that to make music, and I've done it before. I've had songs in the past that I've made and like put out on the internet and Spotify and stuff that were made entirely by like pressing the J and the WB key buttons. So what I'm gonna do this time, I think, just because like there's some stuff that it's just not feasible to have access to. So I think what I'm going to do is do a mix of the loops of the stuff in the loop library, as well as my own, hand done stuff. It just makes life easier. It's still like not a copyright issue or anything. So. And I've done that before as well, in making music, and I like it. It is what it is. So I'm gonna show you what I have currently put together. I'm just gonna show you like in this. I'm not gonna show you the soundtrack stuff. There's like 8 layers or whatever, but you don't need to see that. I just want you to listen to it. I have it slowed down a little bit to 80% in its like pitch within the game, and I think it gives it a nice little sound. So we'll just chill here for a second, and then I guess that's it for the update. Just wanted to get everyone up to date, but I do kind of like this music, so enjoy. The video will end when the song gets past where I am at now.